Hello guys, how are you? I'm glad you are here. Today we will talk about learn a language in a month.
Hello, I'm glad you're here too. That sounds like a very interesting topic for your class.
Good. The first topic is have to, don't have to, must not, and can.
Yes, those are fundamental for language learning.
Match the signs to the rules. You can see number 1, you have to pay before the end of the month. Number 2, you don't have to pay to see this. Number 3, you not eat here. Number 4, you must turn off your cell phone before you come in. You can't talk here is number 5. And you have these signs A, B, C, D, and E. We should fill these blanks with these 5 letters. What do you think, for example, is this? Number 1, for example, you have to pay before the end of the month. Letter C, because course fees to be paid in advance.
Course fees to be paid in advance means that the payment for a course is required before it starts, or by a set deadline that comes before the course concludes. This is similar to your example of paying before the end of the month, as it creates an upfront payment rule.
Number 2, you don't have to pay to see this. So it means that it is something like tonight's movie Titanic admission free. It means that number 2 is letter B. How about number 3? You must not eat here. Letter E, food to be taken into the library. So number 3 is E. Number 4, you must turn off your cell phone. Letter A. And you can't talk here. So this sign means you can talk here. Letter D. Let's proceed. Look at the highlighted expressions and answer the questions. Which 2 phrases mean it is a rule? There is an obligation to do this, to have to, or...
The highlighted phrases that mean it is a rule, there's an obligation to do this, are you have to, and phrases containing must, such as you must not or you must turn off.
Good.
Good. And for question 2, which phrase means it isn't obligatory or it isn't necessary?
Unnecessary, yes. What do you think?
That would be you don't have to.
Yes. You don't have to. Number 3. Which 2 phrases means it isn't permitted? It is against the rules.
The phrases you must not and you can't mean it isn't permitted.
You must not and you can't. Good. Let's go to Grammar Bank. Learn more about have to, don't have to, must, must not, and can't, and practice them. Complete the sentences with the correct form of have to. Let's read first the example. I don't have to go to school on Saturdays. Number 1, Janice.
Janice has to study very hard. She has exams soon.
Good. Number 2, you
For number 2, it should be you have to stop your car at a red light.
have to stop. Number 3,
For number, it's does your sister have to go to Los Angeles?
your sisters have to go to Los Angeles. Number 4,
It should be do you have to finish this mail?
do you have to finish? Is that correct? Yes. Do you have to finish this now? Okay. Number 5,
That's right. Number 5 is we don't have to get up early tomorrow.
are you sure? Because our flight leaves at 6:30. I think it's a positive sentence. Have to.
You're absolutely right. Have to is correct there. What about number 6?
Will doesn't have to work today. Will doesn't have to work today. His store is closed. Number 7, I have to go now. It's very late. Number 8, we have to go to bed. Second part is pronunciation, sentence stress. We're going to listen and write the 5 sentences. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's start with the first sentence.
3.36. 1.
My sister has to travel a lot.
Good.
You've got the boxes ready for the 5 sentences.
Yeah. My sister has to travel a lot. Well, my sister has to travel a lot. How about number 2?
Sure, play the audio for number 2.
2. You can't smoke in here.
Good. You can smoke in here. Good.
That's correct.
Number 3.
Ready for number 3.
3.
Do you have to wear a uniform to school?
Do you have to wear a uniform to school? It's a question.
4.
Don't for
He
question
doesn't
mark
have
at the
to
end.
work on weekends.
Okay, I cleared the number 4 because you talked at the same time. Number 4 is he doesn't have to work on weekends. He doesn't have to work on weekends. Good. Number 5.
Sounds good. Ready for the last one.
5.
You must show an ID card at the gate.
An ID card at the gate. Is that number 3? Reading and listening. Do you think people from your country are good at learning languages? Why? Are American people good at learning your language? Read about Max and an American journalist who took an intensive Spanish course. Then cover the article and answer the questions.
3.37.
I arrived at the airport in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where I met Nilda. Hola, soy Max.
Encantada. Soy Nilda.
Nilda took me to my hotel, and that evening we went to eat, and it was time for my first test. I had to order a sandwich and a drink in a cafe, and then ask for the check. I sat down at a table, and I tried to order a soda and a chicken sandwich. Por favor, una refresco y un empanado de pollo.
Enseguida.
Terrific. The waiter understood me the first time. My pronunciation wasn't perfect, but I got my soda and my sandwich. I really enjoyed it. But then the more difficult part, asking for the check. ¿Cuánto es?
$6.90.
¿Cómo?
$6.90.
$6.90. I understood. Nilda gave me 8 points for the test. I was very happy with that. Next, we went out on the street. Test number 2 was asking for directions and understanding them. We were on a narrow street, and I had to stop someone and ask him or her for the nearest drugstore. Una farmacia. I stopped a woman. At first, I didn't understand anything she said. I asked the woman to speak more slowly. I got it this time, I think. The second street on the left. I followed the directions, and guess what? There was a drugstore there. 7 points from Nilda. Test number 3. I wasn't looking forward to this one. I had to take a taxi to a historical place in San Juan. Nilda wrote down the name of the place on a piece of paper. It was the name of an old fort near the ocean. We stopped a taxi. El Moro, por favor.
¿Qué? ¿A dónde?
He didn't know me. I tried again, but he still didn't understand. I was desperate, so I said, Fort, old, water.
Ah, El Morro.
Finally. Only gave me 5 points because I ended up using English. Still, at least I made the taxi driver understand where I wanted to go. and so to the final test. I had to leave a message in Spanish on somebody's voicemail. I had to give my name, spell it, and ask the person to call me back. Nilda gave me the number. It was one of her friends named Lourdes, and I dialed. I was feeling a little nervous at this point because talking on the phone in a foreign language is never easy. Buenas noches. Soy Max. Max? M-A-X. Por favor, llamarme esta noche... Oh, yes, a las 8:30. Gracias. Well, my grammar wasn't correct, but I left the message. Half an hour later, at 8:30, Lourdes called me. Success! Nilda gave me 8 points. That was the end of my 4 tests. Nilda was happy with me. My final score was 7. I was very happy with that. So, how much can you learn in a month? Well, of course you can't learn Spanish in a month, but you can learn enough to survive if you are on vacation or on a trip. Now I want to go back to Washington, D.C. and try and learn some more. Adios.
Okay, listen again, mark the sentences true or false, correct the false information. What do you think? The waiter didn't understand Max? Not, it's false, because at the beginning, the waiter understood everything. The bill was $6. False. It was $6.
That's correct. Number 1.
Number 3, the drugstore was on the first street? No, it was the second street. The drivers understood the name of the fort? Yes, he didn't understand at the first time. Number 5, Max made a grammar mistake when he left the voicemail message. Yes, a lot of mistakes. Max's final score was 8. False, because it was 7. Max says you can learn Spanish in a month. False. You can't learn Spanish in a month, but you can learn enough to survive.
Good job. Your answers seem correct.
Okay, let's go to the vocabulary modifiers. My pronunciation of the fort wasn't very good. I was feeling a little nervous at this point. Complete the chart with the words in the box.
That's right. Extremely indicates the highest degree. So
yes. The next one?
Extremely is a strong modifier, so that should go near the top of the chart.
Yes. How about this? Is it a little bit? Barely? Really?
You're looking at a little bit. That modifier goes at the bottom of the chart, as it indicates low intensity.
Yes, a little.
Perfect. A little goes in that spot. What's next?
I think...
Based on the intensity, really should go in the next box up from very. Then fairly can go in the last spot.
Yes, I think a little is here. And the fairly...
My mistake. Fairly show in the empty slot just before a little.
Yes, and here, of course, is really. Okay, could you read first, please, a little bit?
Sure. It says a little bit. We only use a little bit before negative adjectives and adverbs, e.g., a little bit difficult, a little bit slowly. Complete the sentences with one of the words or phrases so that it makes a true sentence. Compare with a partner.
Let's try it. First one. What's your opinion?
You could use really or very, depending on how you feel.
Very. Number 2.
Very works well there. What about the next sentence?
Really, it's good for me. It's okay. English pronunciation is, what do you think? Number 3.
For English pronunciation is difficult, you could use fairly or even a little, depending on your perspective.
A little. Number 4. What can you...
For number 4,
fairly. It's good.
You could use fairly, not very, or extremely, depending on your opinion.
Okay, I'm,
And for number 5,
yes, extremely.
the sentence I'm worried could take a little or not very, as both are typically used with negative adjectives like worried.
Yes. How about this, number 6? English is, let's do this exercise, writing. Let's go to writing textbook. Formal email. Write email asking for information. Dear Sir, Madam, I am writing to ask for information about your language courses. I am especially interested in an intensive course in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm 31 and I work in a library at the University of Tokyo. I can read English quite well, but I need to improve my listening and speaking. I have looked at your website, but there is no information about intensive courses next summer. Could you please send me information about dates and prices? I would also like some information about accommodations. If possible, I would like to stay with the family. My wife is going to visit me for a weekend when I am at the school. Could she stay with me at the same family's home? I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Rion Yamada. Okay, read the email to a language school. Check the questions that Rion wants the school to answer. Okay, what do you think? How much do the course cost? He mentioned about how much the course costs and where can I stay? Where can I stay? And when do the courses start and end?
Based on the visible text, Rio only asks about accommodations, which corresponds to where can I stay. The other questions don't appear in the email snippet.
Prices. Information about dates and prices. How much do the courses cost? Yes. And when? Talking about when do the course start and end? And about where can I stay?
That's correct. Rio's email specifically asks about dates and prices for the courses and information about accommodations, including where can I stay.
Look at the highlighted expressions. How would they be different in an formal email? What to think about these things? I need an informal sentence instead. For example, Dear Sir. What can you say about this?
An informal way to start an email instead of Dear Sir or Madam could be Hi or
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. I'm writing.
For am right,
formal.
just writing is a good, more casual option.
Yes, I agree. Or just
What about
I'm writing. The next one.
Yes,
I
hope to
like-
hear from you soon.
I'd like as well. It's a good way. I look forward to hearing from you. What do you think is an informal way?
A common informal way to say that is hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah. Hope.
And for sincerely, you
Here.
could use something like
Yes. Sincerely, what would you use?
you can use something like best or
Best.
talk soon for sincerely.
Good. I like it. Okay, people, thank you very much for today. God bless you. See you next class.